Look at this amazing risotto. Succulent, creamy rice with fresh spring vegetables. Let's get cooking. So a risotto is a great Italian dish, which is a hearty meal, and it's fantastic in that you can use up all the veggies in the bottom of your fridge. It's basically rice, stock, and the veggies of your choice. Some people think it's hard to make, but it isn't. It's really easy. I'm going to show you how. So this is what I'm going to put into this risotto. I've got a couple of shallots. I've got a courgette, or zucchini if you're in the States. I've got some asparagus. I did have some Tenderstem broccoli in the bottom of the fridge, so I'm going to put that in it as well. I've got a few carrots for a bit of crunch, a clove of garlic, a fresh lemon. I've got some frozen peas, some frozen sweet corn, a few knobs of butter, and some Italian-style vegetarian grated cheese. So the rice we're going to use is arborio rice. This is fantastic for risottos. It's very starchy. It's quite a thick, short grain rice, which is great for bulking up dishes like risottos. I'm also going to put some white wine in there, and I've got some olive oil as well. So let's crack on. So I like to chop my stock cube up into little pieces so it dissolves easier in the jug. And I'm going to add 1 litre of boiling water in there. Okay, so there's the stock. I'm going to prep the vegetables. We'll start with the asparagus. It's a wonderful, woody and fresh spring vegetable. So what I'm going to do is we're going to chop off the last inch, because that's where it's all really woody. Now rather than throw these in the bin, we're going to put them in the stock. That way it's going to infuse beautiful flavours into that stock. So the tips of the risotto, these are the bits that will garnish and make the risotto look beautiful. So we're going to chop them off and we're going to set them aside. And then with the rest of the asparagus, I'm just going to slice them thinly. Same with the broccoli, the last inch into the stock, and I'm just going to roughly chop this, and we'll keep the ends intact because again that'll look really good through a risotto. Carrots, just going to cut the ends off them. These are only baby carrots, so I'm not going to peel them. Straight in the stock with the ends. Just going to thinly slice these. The end of the shallot off. Chop them in half. Again, the end into the stock. Peel the skin down. And we're just going to roughly dice these. And I'm going to finally dice the courgette. So I'll just start by just slicing down one side to get a flat edge. And then just cut it into slices. And finally we're just going to dice the garlic. So there we go, that's all the food prep. That's only took about 5 minutes. As you can see, the stock has got all the offcuts of all the vegetables I've used, so that's infusing into the stock. It's time to get the rice on. So on a low heat, about 3 or 4 out of 10. I'm using a big heavy shallow pan here, which is best for risotto because it covers more area, the rice gets more evenly cooked. So into that I'm going to put 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm also going to put a knob of our butter. We'll just let that melt into the olive oil. There we go, so first in we're going to put the shallots. And we're just going to let these sweat away for about 5 minutes. Now a risotto is not a quick dish. It's a dish that needs constant attention, but it's so worth it. The flavours that come out of a risotto are fantastic. And we're not trying to fry the shallots, we're just sweating them. So we're going to make them go translucent. We don't want them to go brown in any way. If they actually go brown or burn, you will never get rid of the flavour again of the burnt shallots. That's why we have it on a low heat. And we'll just keep it mixing about. So as you can see, the shallots are sweating away here. Next we're going to add the garlic. Now again, garlic is one that will easily burn if your heat's too high. So we'll just keep working it away, and we just want to cook away the raw garlic flavour. It's been going about a minute there. So next is the rice. Now rule of thumb is about a handful of rice per person. So I'm going to put a couple. If you're going to feed 4, obviously 4 handfuls of rice, we'll see how far the stock goes. You'll know when it's ready by tasting the rice at the end. If you need more stock, more stock. If you need less, don't need to use all of that. So we're just stirring around the rice for about a minute. This softens up the surface of the rice, allows it to start releasing its starch. But also when we put the liquids in, it'll start absorbing. So I'm going to put in about 100 millilitres of white wine. So we're going to leave this to boil off the wine. It's going to leave a beautiful grape flavour into the risotto. So now we're going to add some carrots. So if you're putting any veg in this, it's probably best to put your hardest veg. Carrots take the longest to cook. I'm going to put the stalks of the asparagus in. And then we'll just keep working the dish. I'm going to add some salt at this stage, just because salt helps the carrots and the asparagus release water and they get softer. So once it's starting to look a little bit dry, as it is there, you can scrape your spoon through the pan, and when there's no sauce behind it, then we're going to start putting the stock in. So I'm going to do it a ladle at a time, straight into this stock, and through a sieve, so we catch all of the vegetables which we've off-cut. So we just keep working the rice, just so it gets an even coating all the way through the cooking process. This will take 15 to 20 minutes. There's no speeding this up. This is a slow cook meal, but everything good comes to those who wait. You see it's starting to form a lovely sauce. It's starting to thicken up. That's the starches coming out of the rice. So all this time the rice is absorbing not only the stock, but the vegetables that are in the dish as well. So if you put all the stock in at once and the rice is swimming in it, it's only going to absorb mainly the stock. At least this way it concentrates the vegetables flavour into the stock and the rice. So we're about 5 minutes in now. I'm going to add some broccoli, because that will probably take around about 10 minutes just to soften up into the dish. And again, the stock has evaporated, so we'll get another ladle. So we're about 12 minutes in. Now it's time to add the rest of the veg. We'll get the courgette in there, the peas, sweet corn, and the heads of the asparagus. Keep ladling your stock in bit by bit if it dries up. So you want to just taste the rice. And what we're after is a bite, not a crunch. So that needs a bit longer. I'm going to put a little bit more salt in. And some pepper. Okay, so now I want a good handful of the vegetarian parmesan. This has got to thicken it up. Look at that beautiful sauce. All the wonderful colours running through this. Like I say, you can pretty much put any vegetables in this. If you've got peppers, red, green, yellow peppers add wonderful colour to these type of dishes. Frozen veg as well, you can buy. Carrots, peas, green beans, all frozen can go into here. A risotto is such a versatile dish that if you keep a bag of arborio rice in the cupboard and you get in one night and you think, oh, I've got nothing to eat, throw this together, it'll feed your family, no problem. It's such an inexpensive meal. So you can tell when it nears the end of the cooking time, all the way through you can feel the rice on your spoon. But near the end, the rice takes on volume, a lot of volume in the last couple of minutes before it's ready. It really expands into the sauce. Look at this risotto. Creamy, soft, sticky rice, asparagus, courgettes, carrots, sweet corn. Beautiful. So there we go, that's been 20 minutes. The rice has gone all soft and sticky. So we're just going to grate some lemon zest into that. And stir that in. Lemon gives it a beautiful acidity. And I'm going to put in a few knobs of butter. We'll stir that round in the sauce. Now we just leave it, turn the heat off. We'll leave it sit for about 5 minutes, let it all infuse together. Then give it one more stir and then we're good to serve up. So let's get it in the bowl. So let's give it a go. Wow. The crunch, we've still got the crunch of the fresh vegetables and the flavour. The flavour's really gone through, the rice has absorbed everything. The rice is still in form, it hasn't turned to mush. It's got a nice bite to it. And all the vegetables are just divine. Wow. Give it a go. See what you think. Well worth the effort. So until next time, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.